So we're at the airport. Wedding was yesterday. About to go on our honeymoon. And Emilee has no idea where we're going. So we are going to Panama.
What?
Did you ever guess that?
No.
Alright. And what we're going to be doing is first staying at Gamboa Rainforest Resort, where they have like a sloth sanctuary we're going to see, and then go on a boat ride that's on a lake connected to the canal, and see some monkeys hopefully, and other animals too. So that's going to be the beginning of it. There's some other rainforest stuff we'll be doing, and then next part is going to be going to Westin Playa Bonita, which is a beach resort there near Panama City. So we can hop into the city and see some things there too. So what do you think?
I'm so excited.
Alright, let's go. Alright, so we had just landed. As you see, we were super pumped. We were tired, but really excited. And then we get on the road. We met our driver, David, who ends up being absolutely amazing. And as we were going, how long was the drive to the hotel?
Like an hour.
So it's like an hour drive, right? So going down, not more than like 15 minutes into it, all of a sudden we heard this super loud noise, which sounded like Emilee thought it was an explosion, like a bomb going off.
Because I wasn't
something.
looking. I was looking at my phone. I was looking at the weather because he had just told us it's the rainy season. Y'all came like at not a bad time, but like this isn't when people normally come to Panama. And so I was like, oh no. So I pulled up my phone to look at the weather, and then all of a sudden we heard this like huge loud crash. So I thought it was an explosion. Wesley thought it was gunshots, and the car was like filled with smoke.
Turns out the smoke was just the fine particles of glass dust basically blowing around. So it wasn't really that, but what happened was all of a sudden we heard this noise, and then look up, and the entire front driver's side window is completely shattered. And I asked the driver what's happening, and he said they're trying to rob us. And so we're first like, oh, does that mean they're still coming after us or what? All that. And he said that basically what they do is they try to throw something at a car, make it stop. And then the drivers normally pull over. And then when you pull over, that's when they like ambush you and take all your stuff, because they target cars that are leaving the airport.
And thankfully we weren't driving ourselves, because we would have stopped.
Probably.
More than likely. We would have been like, oh my gosh, something's wrong, and pulled over.
Yeah.
Which is probably what they hope, that people aren't from there and don't know.
Right. And although it seems that this was a very rare thing that this happened to us, because not only the driver said that he'd heard of it, but he'd never known anybody it happened to, and then every single person from both hotels we were at, everybody with the travel agency from there on, the tours we did, all of that, they were like, oh, were you guys the ones in the incident? They were completely almost like shocked, really, that it happened, and almost wanted to hear us tell the story so they could hear themselves. So it was definitely like something that you could tell was not a normal thing at all.
Yeah. But at the moment it happened, we were like, get us the heck out of here. Because in my mind, like my immediate first thought was I want to leave, because I was like, oh, Panama's not safe. But it turned out nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, that was the complete opposite of the rest of our experience there. But it definitely absolutely spooked both of us. I mean, that night we slept with a few lights on, locked the doors, I don't even know how many times, just because we're still feeling a little shaken, right? But I mean, our hotel room got upgraded at both locations, and then they gave us the same driver for each transfer. Anytime we had to go somewhere, and the driver, he asked us, he's like, "Did you guys get anything out of it?" And we told him about the room upgrades. He was like, "Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about." So David was awesome, and then we ended up taking another tour, which we'll show you more later. And it was really cool. The tour guide was like, "Oh, you guys were the ones in the incident, right?" And we were like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, well, the driver right now, that's David's son." And so we got to meet his son too. So it was kind of cool, just that like the little experience between us and then David, how that really created kind of a bond in that sense too.
Because then he was our driver, like Wesley said, for the rest of the time, which was really, it made us feel more safe and secure too. Like knowing that he would know what to do and that he like wanted to protect us, because he handled it so well. As soon as it happened, he like called the hotel right away to tell them what was going on, and he was just really responsible. So
awesome guy. Yeah. All right, so that's it for the arrival surprise honeymoon, and then also the attempted break-in, or robbery, which was crazy. So next video is going to be a lot more fun. It's our first full day at Gamboa Rainforest Resort and all the crazy animals that we saw. And spoiler alert, we saw a capybara.
Multiple capybaras.
Which Emilee was really excited about.
Baby capybara.
So anyways, that's it. We will see you next time.